Kids to bed, dad's home. We are the DWO podcast. Woof pack.
How are you?
I am the handsome head of household, Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. With me as always, my dad team partner, big man, big rig, Eric Murphy.
Didn't play. Oh well.
And with us, I guess, kind of as always now, our third, the man, the t-shirt, the legend, wrestling t-shirt guy, Cephas.
What's up, guys?
It's happening.
Happy Thursday, technically.
Yeah,
Indeed.
happy Thursday.
This is dropping on Thursday, so we'll just call
Yes,
it
sir.
Thursday.
We're
Thursday.
talking in from the future.
That's right. Wolfpack Thursday, baby. Well, boys, we got another one tonight.
Another one.
Tonight, and another one for real. Tonight we have with us a gentleman that will be wrestling at an upcoming show that we are going to. You've probably seen the ads for it, Tri-State Wrestling. It's going to be a great show. If you haven't gotten tickets yet, go and get them. You'll see myself and Mr. Cephas there. Mr. Magnificent will be making an appearance at another indie show because we're just wanted everywhere. You know, the DWO is wanted all over the tri-state. But tonight we have with us Blake Money Wright. How are you, sir?
You know, for a Thursday, I'm doing great. How about you guys?
You know what?
Beautiful.
So I asked the question, but I didn't phrase it correctly. Let me phrase it correctly. How the heck are you?
You know, I can great about yourself, man.
Buddy, I just got off work, and I am home, and I'm talking about wrestling with my friends, so I'm doing pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Can't
Sounds like a
complain.
hell of a night.
Cannot complain. That's right. So
Hit him with the follow-up question.
these are the two most important questions we pretty much ask everybody. First is how the heck are you?
Okay.
Glad you're doing well. Second, what do you keep your thermostat at?
So I like to keep it extra chilly in my house. It's 68 year round, and like I will turn off the heat in the winter, so I like to be cold, man. So, but usually
Attaboy.
68 degrees.
68
Attaboy.
acceptable. Good job.
Solid
So
answer.
if you come over,
Money
just
don't-
bring a hoodie. It'll all be good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I know you're Blake Money Wright, but money don't grow on trees. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep that bill.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So, man, TSW coming up. That is, it's going to be a heck of a night. It's a very loaded card, man. Are there any people on this card coming up that you're looking forward to actually just seeing yourself?
You know, I think the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is seeing Sam Beal on the mat looking up at the lights. But other than that, you know, I think I'm really looking forward to going into the bathroom, looking at the mirror and seeing myself. I think that's probably the two most things I'm like looking forward to the most, I would say.
Hey, I can relate to that.
And
I got
seeing you guys and seeing you guys too. That would probably be number third. That'd be three. Yeah.
I gotta let you know, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Looking forward to saying hi, man. But I'm definitely going to be in the corner of your opponent this weekend. So I just got to be honest with you.
So you like
can't help
perms is what you're saying. You like perms. That's what you're saying.
Listen, I just like Sam Beal. He's like if Milwaukee's best was a person. You know?
Fair enough, man. To each their own. To each their own.
So hold on. Are we talking Milwaukee's best or Milwaukee's best ice?
He's definitely ice, definitely for
Yeah.
sure.
Ooh,
Ice,
nice,
sure.
man. For that extra severe hangover headache.
Man, you guys are going to put on a hell of a show. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. All jokes aside, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a first time matchup, my debut for Tri-State, so many first times, and with me doing this for a couple of years from now, I always enjoyed the first times in the business. So
Yeah. So how? Speaking of being in the business, how long have you been in the business? I guess.
So not the longest amount of time. So I've been going now for about 2.5 years now.
Okay.
Who'd you train under?
So I trained under Jake Oman in the White River Wrestling Dojo. So I was actually his first graduate. So accepting more trainees, but I was the guy that bugged him for several years to get him to train people. So they can all thank me for that. But that's who I trained under. So
Heck yeah.
Hey, sometimes it takes being a squeaky wheel.
oh yeah, dude, I had to message him 3 or 4 times. I had to we went out to coffee together. I had to ride in the car with him for several months, pay all my dues, and then finally 6-7 months later, I was finally able to convince him to train me. So
There you go.
You
I mean,
start
that
your
was-
own show instead of riding in cars with comedians with coffee. You could be riding in.
Cars with wrestlers.
And you know what?
like that.
With wrestlers, man, some of the stories that they have, it's you're riding in the car with a comedian at the same time. So it's
Right?
a crazy business, that's for sure.
Hey, man, there you go. We just want 10% of the proceeds since we can
Oh,
make the
yeah.
idea, but it's whatever.
I'm
We'll have
my agent only asked for 8, so maybe that's not too bad.
There you go. No, but speaking of that, we actually had one of our good friends now. I don't know if you've seen any of his stuff. Tusslemania. He's a videographer. Does a lot of ringside videography and photography.
Promo videos.
Roland Lugo's his name, but we had him on, and man, just some of the stories he had, because he's been in this business for a long time, and I go back and watch that interview sometimes just because I forget, oh my god, yeah, he had that story. So I just always enjoy hearing, just give me your, just the story that sticks in your head the most. I can't believe this happened, but it actually happened.
Yeah. So how raunchy are we allowed to get? Because there's one that comes to
Kids are
mind.
in bed, bro.
Yeah,
We put the kids
All
to
right,
bed.
all right.
first thing.
All right.
First thing.
Fair enough. So I learned very early on in my career that in pro there's many unique fans out there, right? So on Instagram every now and then I would do an AMA, right? And someone asked me, it started hey, where do you get your wrestlers? So I named up the guy that was making my gear at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And the person then said, and I will say this person's name, was then no, I'd like to purchase, the gear that you personally wear. And I'm like, oh, so I wear trunks, so it's like a Speedo.
Right.
I go to my trainer. I'm like, hey, is this a thing? And he's like, oh yeah, dude, this has been going on forever. He's like, be sure to make your money off of it. You'll be good to go. So, it all starts with me selling this guy. Because look, a wrestler's got to pay his bills.
Hey, man, I'm not mad. If someone wants to buy my dirty drawers, I'll sell them right now,
Right.
$3.
If people can go online and sell
I'm due
pictures
for a
of their
new
feet.
pair.
You can sell your use ring gear.
Oh yeah, and it gets even deeper. That's just the surface
Yes.
level. So that's the
Here
first
we go.
transaction,
Here we
and this and that, and then from there he's like, hey, what about your socks? And I'm like,
Oh shit!
all right, brother. And he's paying more for my socks than he is my trunk. Oh, and then it gets worse. And then he was, he's like, so kind of a weird question. Don't judge me. He's like, would you be interested in selling your toenail clippings?
Oh!
And, I'm just so then I'm just oh man, I don't know. And I'm in a car ride with a couple of the boys. Oh yeah. And so I'm in a car ride with a couple of the boys, right? And I'm like, okay, and I'm just telling them, and they're like, oh dude, you gotta do it. And I'm in a car ride with a bunch of veterans. I won't say their names. So sure enough, I do it, right? I'm like, all right, I'm do it. And I do it, right? I do it, right? And oh dude. Oh, and it gets better. It gets better, I promise. So I live in a small town in Indiana, right? So I'm going to the UPS. I'm going to the UPS, the United States Postal Service little area, and usually there's a sweet old lady named Marla that's always working there. And Marla knows me on a first name basis now. And Marla's like, "Hey Blake, how are you, sweetheart?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing good. How about you?" And so it's in a Ziploc bag. And I'm trying to disguise the fact that I'm not selling these, right? So I've got it wrapped up in a hood hoodie, and then I've got that hoodie like wrapped up in a jacket that I don't wear anymore, and I'm just like trying to stuff it in this express envelope, right? And I go to the counter and she's weighing it, and she's like, "Oh, honey, like here, let me help you," and she dumps it out, and like the bag is on the counter, right? And like I look at it, she looks at it. Then we look up, we make eye contact. Then we look at the bag again, and she goes, "Okay," puts it in there. So then I'm like, man, this is too much. This is too much. Like, I'm never doing this again. And so then, like, one night, I'm just having a couple beers. This guy messages me, and he's like, "Hey, man, I'm pretty lit up after a show." And he's like, "Hey, man, do you ever want to know what I did with them?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, like, not really."
Nope. Sure don't. At least I wouldn't.
Of him eating the toenail clipping. Like, never again. Never again. Yeah. So never. Yeah. Never again. I can't do this again. So.
That's
that's probably the craziest moment I've had in business. Yeah.
That's the craziest answer we've had to that question. Holy shit!
Okay, that was the first one that came to. Because like usually
Buddy,
that's like my go-to like icebreaker. So yeah.
You win the crazy
right
wrestling
on.
story.
Oh man, I understand why your name is Money.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Are we talking like in the hundreds or like thousands of these toenails?
But to any people out there, I'm no longer in the business of selling anything like that. So that was a one and done after that one. So
On a
I don't know,
side
man, they're
note,
running out of money.
I just opened up shop.
Same.
Yeah.
If anyone wants dad toenails, I got you.
hit
I
these
would love
guys
to
up.
see-
I don't know
I
about
would
Big
love to
Rig.
see
Big
somebody
Rig looks
eat
like
my
he's struggling
toenails.
over there, but these two guys, yeah.
As long as they don't tell me what they do with them,
Listen,
I'll be all
if
right.
that guy's watching or listening, you can buy my toenails. You can tell me what you do with them. You can send me videos. I'll watch. My toenails are for sale.
You can pull my DNA and clone me from a toenail clipping. I don't care.
I know,
Dude,
dude. Like hearing
I've-
about like 30 years, Blake Money Wright Jr.
Papa.
that's
Shit.
But yeah, so
Oh.
that's wild.
Wow, that went off the rails quickly. That's gotta be record time.
Yeah.
Good
I didn't
job.
think I'd be offering my toenails for sale in this podcast.
Oh, my Lord.
There you go. Hey, there you go, Cephas. You got this, man. It's a hell of a side hustle. I don't do it anymore, but I'm sure there's still a market.
Yeah.
You got girls selling farts in jars and guys buying toenails.
That one chick made all that money
I
off
thought
the
it was
bathwater.
Huh?
That one chick made all that money off the bathwater, Belle Delphine or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
nice.
Nobody, I guarantee you, not one single person on earth would want to buy my bathwater. So,
We're gonna get some weird DMs after this podcast.
and
dude.
if you
Yeah.
do want to buy my bathwater, please
Hey, whatever, dude.
reevaluate.
When I'm rocking that new Stephen Lane.
Reevaluate how you live your life.
Oh shit.
Thanks, Blake.
This,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I got
this is fantastic. We're
Hey,
not even 15
I'll
minutes
take
into
that
this.
back, bro.
10%, right?
we're not even 15 minutes into this interview.
When I make the
Blake.
big time into the toenail market,
You
Oh
go.
my!
where I came
You
from.
got this, man. I believe in you.
Oh shit! Now I might have to cheer for you, man.
Oh, wow,
there
you know
go.
you
Yeah.
gotta have a
There you
toenail
go. There you
sign
go.
now.
We're gonna have toenail chants.
Oh
going on.
shit! I've never had one of those signs before, but if I see one, if this blows up and I see one of those, yeah, I will not
Eat
rip
my
that sign,
toenail.
all right? Yeah.
Eat my
Oh, no.
Oh
Oh,
my
no.
god!
There we go. That's how I go viral in the business.
Eat my
Right there.
toenail.
All the things.
God.
Bro,
It's like not all the crazy bumps or anything like that. It's that's what does it.
Yeah.
I will say I did look up a few clips of you before we interviewed you to see some shit. You are definitely you're quite agile for a for such a large man.
We shall
I
say,
appreciate
Cephas.
that, man. Yeah, no, I Cephas is trying to. No, I think that's what's going on.
Big men can move too.
Listen,
All
I'm
right.
just saying.
Yeah.
Yes, they can. They can. They definitely can. But no, I think it just it goes back to like my football days and just being an athlete growing up. It's all kind of always came natural to me. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk Big Rig into becoming a superstar so I can be his manager because I'm too old to take
You definitely
bumps,
got that
so.
Jimmy Hart vibe too.
Yeah, I know,
Mike-
right?
Mike would
I'm
be
ready.
one
I
hell
was
of a
made
for
manager
this.
for sure.
I'll say
Well,
you could be my heavy, bro.
Hey,
Yes.
I'm down for it.
Just comes in and
I'll just come in, give a lariat or two, maybe a C4 Death Valley
fingerless
driver.
gloves and just sit here and do this for
Yeah,
weeks.
just diesel.
What are you, Ripper Blackheart?
Hell yeah, because I have a very big mouth, and sometimes I don't necessarily walk the walk well. So that's where you would come in, and I got.
Hey,
you.
I will happily stand there and look menacing behind you.
There we
I'm
go.
all there
Perfect.
for it.
Perfect. Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Big Rig delivered the over and out.
Out.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I already
Hell
named my
yeah.
finisher.
We got a
That's how
catchphrase. There
badly
we
I
go.
want to do it. Yep. I already named it. No big deal. How? I just brain farted on my question. I apologize. Oh, how did you get hooked up with Tri-State Wrestling? Is it like somebody you knew them, or they just kind of reached out to you, or how did that all work out?
So, yeah, they reached out to me. It was Logan that reached out to me. Great guy. Can't say enough good things about the guy. He reached out to me. He offered me a large amount of money. I quite frankly couldn't say no to it. You know, he said, you're gonna be this big star for my company. I need your face on my flyers. And I was like, all right, I get it, man. So we came to an agreement. He reached out to me, and really the rest is history.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes
You
sense.
guys will be seeing me a lot more on some future shows. But no, man, he's killing it. He hasn't been around that long, but like what he's been able to do from a production standpoint, from a talent standpoint, it's kind of unforeseen when you see a promotion that young. So he's definitely on to something.
That's definitely something. They've stuck out for me in the two shows I've seen from them. Both times have been absolute spectacles. So I expect the same thing when I get there this weekend. So
Didn't he have $1 Million Man last time?
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
$1 Million Man. See, that works too.
It's a missed
Man.
opportunity.
You get a meet and greet with someone that you consider big and famous, and you get to see all the up and comers, man. And it's really cool, man, to see the way that the talent works off of that. You know what I mean? It's almost like, okay, you came here for $1 Million Man, but we're going to make you come back next week for us.
Oh, exactly, man, exactly. And it's always nice to have guys because it gets the what we call like the average fans that don't necessarily watch the indies regularly because they see, oh my gosh, it's Ted DiBiase, or oh my gosh, it's this guy. Let's go see this, and they're like, wrestling show, and it goes hand in hand, and like we all kind of help each other. So it's definitely a beautiful thing.
But that's I say that's what I always like about indie wrestling, though, is that you might recognize a person, maybe two on a card, but just having the opportunity to have people make a fan of you, and that happens so many times. I've been to so many shows where I know like hardly anybody, but leave like a fan of so many people, and and just start following their work from then on out. So
I think a big thing is all of us wrestling fans are fans of long-term stories, and that's exactly what you see from the indies. You see somebody start here and you see them progress in their career, and it's just fun to be a part of it.
Yep, for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I mean, like, you look at all the guys, like, for the most part, they're on at one point or another. Like, we're wrestling in a bingo hall. They were wrestling in an armory in front of 15 people. Like, and that's the beautiful thing about it. And, like, with the indies, too, it's like hey, you may only know one or two guys, kind of piggyback what you're saying earlier. Like that's like, I always love wrestling at places where no one's ever heard of me, because like it'll put a chip on my shoulder and be like, all right, well, like I'm about to make all these new fans. Like they're all going to know my name by the end of the night.
For sure.
But it's an awesome feeling.
That's how it was with HWA. I saw John Cena as prototype. You know what I mean? And and not many people can say that they saw Cena as prototype. You know what I mean? So I didn't realize, I guess, what I was seeing when I saw it. I knew he was special. You know what I mean? But I didn't realize what exactly he was. But I mean, that's why with this, I'm always when they ask me to join their podcast, absolutely, I want to rub elbows with all these guys. That way, rubbing elbows with giants. Maybe one day I'll get to hang out,
Don't let Cephas go too far down this road. He likes to just name drop and act like it's no big deal. So,
just John. Yeah,
he gets one.
I used to train with John Moxley. It's not exciting for me to see him anymore.
I didn't say that it wasn't exciting,
dude.
Okay?
We went to the house show when they came to Troy, Ohio. And we were like, dude, Mox is probably going to come out right where we're at. And Cephas just like, whatever. Like,
don't let them lie. Don't let them lie. Just because I worked with Mox back in the day doesn't mean I am not a mark for Mox. I absolutely am a mark. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm the biggest mark there is, man. I've been wearing wrestling.
I know you are. I just like giving you a hard time.
Hey, do you guys know what the big bucket said to the small bucket?
No.
You look a little pale.
I did not.
Ooh.
I love a good dad joke.
Now I get the dad world order thing. Now I get it with the dad jokes. Hell yeah. Now it's
I
love it.
Not just a gimmick, my friend.
I love it. It's a lifestyle for you.
Speaking of which, are you a father yourself?
No, I am not. I'm a padre. So I have a black lab dog. So, but other than that, no kids that I know about. Father's Day can be a quite nerve-wracking day for me.
No way, dude. Trust me, I'm a dog dad and also a human father, and don't tell my kids, but I like the dogs a little better. They're always happy to see me.
The dogs
they never ask
back.
for anything.
Oh yeah,
just food.
Yeah.
Whatever
I
always
have, greet you at the door. Yeah.
Always happy every single day. Couldn't be happier to see me. What more can you ask for?
So man, I gotta ask who was your guy as a kid, man? Who's the guy that got you into wrestling? What was your
that
first?
Would be The Rock.
The Rock.
So my first memory was I lived in a 2-story house, and my dad would always watch Raw on Monday nights, like by himself. And I was like, oh man, poor guy. Like he was in the living room, right? So one day, I would always get a glimpse of my eye. My dad like called me downstairs and he's like, hey, like this is the most funny, entertaining guy you're ever going to see in your entire life. And it was the promo between The Rock and the Dudleys. And he asked them what their name was, and they start stuttering, and that's when The Rock hit him with it doesn't matter what your name is. And I was like, holy hell. I was like, this guy's so entertaining. And then the next match that was on Raw was Jeff Hardy and Christian.
Oh, Lord.
And then I saw like Jeff Hardy do a swanton bomb on him. I was like, wait a minute. Jeff Hardy can do a front flip. I can do a front flip on the trampoline. Like, holy crap. Like, I'm Jeff Hardy. Like, that's kind of like when it rained in my head. So, I was a big, during my emo phase, I loved it. Loved Jeff Hardy.
Yes.
How old are you, brother?
So, I'm 26.
Okay.
Oh, you're just a boy.
They get a little fella.
I'm still working on the beard like you guys, man. I'm still working on it. So hopefully one of these days.
Mine's working on showing my age.
I've been curating it for a while.
Okay. Yeah, I've just started going it.
Cephas looks like he crawled out of a cardboard box, but I try to keep mine, somewhat nice.
I'm sick. I don't live in a box.
I live off
You know what Cephas reminds me of is Will Sasso on Mad TV playing Kenny Rogers. I'm Kenny Rogers, welcome to Jackass. This is a dairy chug. That's Cephas for me.
I can
I'm
see it.
Cephas. Welcome, DW.
How you guys doing?
That better be your next introduction. That's got to be your next introduction.
Yeah. I was raised on the dairy, bitch.
Dad ass. I'm making it.
Oh, we do. We gotta make some vignettes doing that dumb shit.
I'm down to do stupid shit. Let's make
No,
this.
it'll be good because me and Cephas will do the dumb shit, and then Mike will be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it," and then he'll just not do it. And be like,
Hey, he can film an idiot. That's fine.
No. We're gonna flip it instead of like Bam, doing shit to Phil. We're gonna turn around and do our shit to our kids. So we're gonna prank our kids.
I love it.
That's great.
Welcome to Dad Ass.
Dad ass.
Speaking of which, I can't wait. My kid now officially knows she's going to the upcoming NWF all women's show that we are sponsoring. It's a pretty cool show coming up.
Hell yeah.
May 27th. My daughter is super excited that every match on the card is a woman's match. She can't believe that that's actually happening. So she's beyond excited.
Including the PWGA championship match sponsored by none other than the DWO podcast.
Us.
What?
Why? That's us. You know what else we're sponsoring?
Buddy.
We doubling down?
I think we just
are gonna double
segued.
down. We're gonna
I
double
think
down.
we segued.
Saturday, May 13th, Tri-State Wrestling invades the Fitness Center in Hamilton, Ohio. Blake Wright makes his TSW debut as he takes on Sam Beal. The Viral One, Mills Hendricks, battles it out with Justin Xavier. Jake Chris will be squaring off against Certified Luke Curtis. The Fanny Pack Kid Cal Hero goes to battle against the Golden State God Carson Drake. Class is in session as the Academic Standard GPA goes one-on-one with 12 gauge. In the main event, the TSW Heavyweight Champion VSK and a partner of his choosing take on Myron Reed and the Wolf of Wrestling Stephen Wolf. It all goes down Saturday, May 13th at the Fitness Center in Hamilton, Ohio. Event starts at 7. The doors open at 6. Visit TriStateWrestlingOnline.com.
Hey, we're starting to get these segues, yo.
That was
you know
smooth.
what? That was
smooth.
Excellent.
Like
segue.
butter, silky smooth.
So, as we just saw on that, you were the very first announcement on the card.
Number 1 overall pick. Yeah, that's me.
I'm a big deal.
It makes sense. Makes sense.
I'm like the Joe Burrow pro wrestler, man. You guys are all
Whoa.
happy. So I think you'd appreciate that. There we go. Yeah.
There we
So
go.
you can earn some major brownie points. I don't know if I can cheer for Sam Beal at all now.
Yeah. You can never cheer for a guy with a perm. You can never.
I don't know.
We do. Me and him do have similar haircuts in a way, but mine is not curly and permed. Mine's just
Okay.
straight down the back and actually looks good. So
Yours looks 10 times as good then. There's no perm and
Exactly.
looks gotta look 10 times better, man.
I can get my hair wet and not worry about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you
There
should
you
do.
Yeah.
Bring a water bottle.
You know
to
what?
the
That's
ring.
what I'm gonna do.
You're
I'm gonna
good.
come out with a water bottle and I'm just gonna pour it all over his stupid perm.
Just start.
There you go.
Just
Put him
get
in a
some
headlock and
spray
just
bottles and just
Noogie. Just straight noogie.
Yeah.
That is
Oh
brilliant.
yeah. Oh, I'll mess it right up. I should hire you guys as my coaches. That's great
mean,
game plan. I love it.
We got good ideas, man. I tell you.
That's my
People would ask us
kryptonite.
once in a while.
There.
Yeah, don't get Mike started with his hair. You can. If there's one thing Mr. Magnificent is known for,
You know
it's the
what?
Magnificent.
I
head
have
of hair.
pictures, proof, and video. I jumped out of a plane, went skydiving, came down, and my hair was still on point. So
My hair's always
Okay.
a mess after I wrestle. I gotta get your hair play, man. I gotta get.
man, it's all about the
out.
pomade, man.
Pomade.
Okay.
And a can of
I'm not a
Wright.
Pepper Dan guy. I'm a pomade guy. It's all about the
There
pomade.
you go.
You got to condition too, man.
So,
Oh,
as a
sure.
merch nerd, are you going to have merch for sale this weekend? You have some stuff for sale?
Yes, I will. Yep. Yep, so I'll have t-shirts, 8x10s, no toenails. So sorry to anyone listening. And also, if you're not able to make it to the show, which shame on you if you can't make it out to the show this Saturday, I will. My prowrestlingtees.com/BlakeMoneyWright. That's like the link to all my merch. So yeah, feel free to support.
Heck yeah, man.
Sounds
Well,
like whoever is hearing this needs to go there and buy one of your shirts and one of our shirts. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what should be going on. Yes.
Yeah,
I like it. If you don't know, Cephas, you want to tell him your gimmick? I don't know if you told him already.
I don't know. I don't actually know if you know my full gimmick, but I have the world record for going the most consecutive days wearing a pro wrestling T-shirt. So today is day 493, technically 95 if we're talking in Thursday's time. But
you're like approaching that like Roman Reigns territory.
And at this point, I was only going to go a year, but then when I realized that I could make it to at least 400. I went for that. Now at this point, now that I can do repeats, I'm just going to continue wearing pro wrestling shirts till I die at this point.
Why would you? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I say I have like
And I like
30, and I feel like I have a lot. And I mean, I can't imagine. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
already struggle. Like, what shirt am I gonna wear?
I have a video coming up that I've been working on that I'm going to try to feature every single shirt that I have. I'm going to take a picture of each one and then flash every single shirt I have and try to make it like a good 50 to 60-second video.
So that would be cool. Yeah, he borrowed a couple of mine for that streak, so I feel like I have a 0.01% of that world record. Pretty cool.
My goodness.
Hey, you're in there, man. You're in there.
Yes,
And
we're gonna have to add.
now he needs a Blake Money Right shirt.
Yeah.
You know who else is in there? The guy who has a world
No.
record for eating the most toenails. So I mean, just
Yeah,
don't get
there's
too
got to be a
high
guy.
on the
There's
horse
if they've
there.
got a record
Yep.
for it. There's plenty of records out there that aren't set yet. I found one.
I
so
mean, I
can you-
think I might know the guy that has the record. I might know him.
Yeah.
He contributed to it.
I want you to know
That's
this,
a
man.
0.01% of it. Yes.
I'm gonna remember your story for the rest of my life. I will
love
have
that. I love that.
an
It's made an
amnesia
immediate
brain, and I
Impact
will
on us.
still remember that.
He is gonna tell his grandkids, back in my day,
This
guy
guy,
Blake Wright told us
he
a
loved
story.
money.
Yeah.
He loved money a little too
Yeah.
much.
And I've been saving that story for like the right vibe on a podcast, and like, this is the vibe to do it. I was like, these guys will appreciate it. So
I was horrified, but also appreciated it very much that you.
and hopefully you've already ate dinner, so you're good. So
I ate a while ago, so luckily I didn't eat like right before I got home. Otherwise, my dinner would probably be on.
I got
the
a
carpet
strong
right now.
stomach. I'm gonna try harder.
I gotta say that's definitely the strongest reaction I think ever provoked from that question. So,
hell yeah.
I work at a meat processing plant. You're gonna be
I do
hard
too.
pressed to make me gag, buddy.
Yeah, that I don't know, something about people's feet, especially toenails. Maybe it's just because I see my toenails all the time and they're horrifying. So
Eric also, fun fact, Eric also gags at bearded ladies.
That I do. That I do. I
Hell
could
yeah.
have never gone
I
to a
would too.
circus. I could never gone to a circus when I was younger, or just when they had the bearded lady at the circus. I could have never have gone.
What do you think that wrestling was like? Like, what do you think the original like carny wrestling was like? Like, what like style you think it was closest to?
I would say the type of match where we get a crossbody as a finish. That's.
I think a crossbody as a finish would have like made people's heads explode back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking
Like, I
somebody
think,
like hit like a Big Show like punch, and then it was like, oh, it's over. The strongest man won.
Yeah. Imagine going back in time and hit like a shooting star as the finish back then. That would be
Oh yeah, no. People would have
huge,
burned him
man.
at the stake for witchcraft.
yeah, exactly. That is impossible.
The
He's a
warlord.
wizard.
A Mahastral cradle. What the hell was that? How do you do that?
Dude,
A Canadian
it's
destroyer.
Canadian destroyer, yeah.
Would blow people's minds. Like
Yeah.
it blew my mind for a solid 5 years when watching Petey
Yeah.
Williams do it. I had to rewind it. Like, how? How is he doing that?
Speaking
Yeah.
of which, Bad Bunny? What?
Yeah, dude.
What?
That
Bro, I
guy
gotta
is the
that guy.
greatest celebrity wrestler ever.
He's up there, dude. He's up there.
That was so much more entertaining than any Logan Paul match.
I don't know,
I-
man.
I think it
Logan
was
Paul
too.
the Rumble was great.
That spot was all right.
Ricochet made him great.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, Snooki put on a hell of a match at Mania.
Yeah, that's my pick. That's my pick, Snooki. I'm
Snooki.
half Italian, so I got to pick. Yeah.
Half Italian. The good half.
Yeah.
Okay, so with you being fairly new to the business, is there any promotion or individual talent that you'd like to work with or hoping to work with?
Yeah, so for me, it's WWE or AEW. I mean, that's like the number one promotion that I want to be a part of.
Right.
Like when it comes to if I'm talking like someone on the indies that I'd really like to, go one-on-one against, I would love to go against Speedball. I think that'd be a hell of a match. I feel like both of our styles, both of us being more strikers, like that would be insane. And if I had to pick like a guy from like Japan, it would be Katsuyori Shibata. WWE, I think it would probably be Cody. So like that's kind of like I'm the type of guy where it's like, all right, like let's shoot for the moon. If we miss, we'll land on the star.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Approach,
Not
so.
Seth.
Oh, Seth would be great. Seth would be great too, man. I'm a big fan of a. So Seth would be another one too.
Yeah.
I tell you one I'd like to see you with, and that's a local around here. That's Brian Pillman Jr. I feel like I just like to watch him wrestle anybody. You know what I mean? I think that you guys would bring something good out of each other for sure.
Yeah, we've been on a few shows together. No one's booked it yet, so hopefully sometime soon, man. It'd be dope because
Sammy, PW Revolver, book it now.
There you go.
there we go.
Right?
You heard
We
it.
go,
Yeah,
we go to a lot of Revolver
We'll
shows.
sponsor it.
We've seen quite a few speedball matches and whatnot.
Oh, hell yeah.
And, those cards are always awesome.
That's
And,
another one of those who I had no
Oh,
idea who
for
he
sure.
was until I caught an indie show with him there.
I'll tell you who
Yeah.
I'd like to see Blake against is Willie Mack. Two big
Yeah.
agile boys going at
Oh
it.
hell yeah,
I think that'd be awesome.
Willie can
Thank
go,
you.
man. Yeah, Willie can
He
go
can.
for sure.
Him and Crash Jackson would tear it up too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
That's a whole lot of dude.
A whole
They
lot
tear
of
it
dude.
up.
A whole lot of dude versus a whole lot of money.
That's right.
Hey, that's the match right there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ah, man, that's it. We just need to start our own Fed now.
Dude, I'm telling you, we got good ideas. Nobody listens to us.
We just need the money to buy these guys so we can make them like the stories we want.
Right.
Yeah, I'll tell people start listening to you guys. I got you guys. I'll put into words.
Appreciate it, man. We appreciate that. We are, for those watching this on Thursday, we are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts now. You don't just have to watch us on YouTube. I mean,
Yeah, you
you
don't have
probably
to sit
should
with
if you want to see our beautiful faces, but if you just want to listen to our sultry voices, by all means, listen on all platforms.
To be fair, I listened to one today, and it translates well without our faces.
Yep,
So
it does.
Agreed.
yeah,
We may be partial.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Mike just likes seeing himself.
I see myself all the time.
so
Like,
I do
Nick knows
too.
what I'm talking about.
a question that I ask every single
Yeah.
person we interview:
I got
do you play video games?
I do. So I was like growing out of video games for a little bit, and I got the PS5, and it like lured me back in.
Yes.
But whenever I talk to a fellow gamer, like they always hate my taste in video games because it's very boring. So I just play Madden and 2K and like FIFA. That's it.
Madden and Fortnite, dude. That's me. So
Hell yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Because whenever I tell someone I play Madden in sport games, like, oh, bro, come on. So there we go.
Yeah.
It's
We'll have to exchange gamer tags out of here.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro, for sure.
I tried to play the most recent Madden, and it made me want to throw my controller just doing the tutorial.
Lots have changed,
so-
yeah.
I'm more of
a lot
an
did
NBA
change.
Jam, NFL Blitz kind of guy.
Okay, I can appreciate
Over the
that.
top.
I just, I like I'm more of the arcade game kind of. I do like some first person shooters. Especially when you can, put a raid group together and do it like that. Man, those are fantastic times.
For those that don't know, Mike is 117 years old, so just
Back in my day, we had Pac-Man. Played Pac-Man at the Pizza Hut.
More Call of Duty was being drafted.
We read books to earn small, tiny pizzas. We would journey all the way.
I don't
that was
think
the best though.
To the hut
I don't think I ever read a book for those. I would just
Booking club was
You would
the
pretend
shit,
you
dude.
read books.
Oh, I would lie. Like I read 31 books in 6 days, teacher.
Yeah. Give me my free pizza.
I need it all.
Oh, those were the days. Now we got these stupid tablets and mobile games. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, my
Ruined-
child's
ruined.
entire school's on a Chromebook.
It's so crazy.
Insane.
It's like
My first grader's on a Chromebook.
whether or not he goes to school is irrelevant. As long as he has his Chromebook, he can just accomplish whatever.
Pretty much.
I mean, it's kind of nice because,
The
You don't
book
have to put-
isn't. You don't have to physically lug around a book.
well, yeah, not only that, but you don't have to like fight with your kid, like, you don't feel good in the morning or something like that. Then they don't miss out on the entire day because of that. So,
There you go. Sit in your bed and do it. I had another question, kind of similar to Cephas's. Oh, that was it. What is your favorite meal for breakfast?
Oh man, so I'll if it's a cheat day, like give me a John Rebels. If it's a non-cheat day, I'm a sucker for just like a plain old-fashioned omelet with feta cheese and bacon.
Oh,
All right, I dig that for sure.
cooked feta. It's
yeah,
interesting.
that is where it's at.
I know, but cooked feta. I like feta,
Yeah,
but I like
feta
cold
cheese.
feta.
Just tastes different.
Yeah.
I love a good omelet, man. Well, really, not even just an omelet, just a scramble.
Yeah.
Like I will throw anything and everything
Oh, dude.
in with
Yeah,
some
can't go
scrambled
wrong.
eggs. Yeah.
Like the
Always good.
KFC Yum Yum Bowl, but like
Yeah.
with breakfast.
Yep.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Like, what do I got in the fridge? All right, I got bacon and I got mustard and I got this. All right, put it in there.
I literally did that like 2 days ago. I had like 3
Oh, yeah.
eggs left and was like, this isn't going to be enough eggs. So I chopped up like onions, green peppers. I think I had like some spicy hot mets. So I sliced those up, put all those in there, a little seasoning.
There you go.
Good to go, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Follow me for more cooking tips.
So,
I mean, hey, I know what I'm doing.
so let's say
Bad
you
life,
get
you
what
gotta
you
know.
want.
He
man.
obviously likes to eat.
Let's say you get to the main stage. You know, the AEW, the WWE. What type of impact are you trying to leave, man? Are you trying to be an impactful heel? Are you trying to go out and earn championships? Are you trying to just leave good stories behind? What's your goal with wrestling?
I think for me, I think I'd be selling myself short if I didn't say, like, I want to be a main event of WrestleMania and I want to be a world champion, because, like, I feel like that's what everyone's goal should be in the business.
Absolutely.
So that's what I would say mine would be. I mean, definitely leaving like stories too, and just like entertaining. Like when people ask me like why I do it, like it took me a while. Like I love it with every fiber of my being, but like, because like I remember being a kid, like going through a divorce, and then like just being like a sad little kid. But every Monday I got to watch Raw for 2 hours. Back when it was 2 hours, not 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it would distract me from what was going on. And like now I'm doing that on a smaller stage, and I'm just like, that's just like the coolest like full circle moment. So yeah.
Let me ask you this: like our experience, like as fans, and our like outside involvement in wrestling industry has all been very positive. And I know personally for me, it's been very I don't say uplifting, but it's lots of positivity. And I mean, do you get a lot of that out of that? Being actually involved in the show itself.
So it's, I mean, like how I always like tell people about it, like any of my friends and stuff like that, like wrestling is like a relationship with a significant other. Like there's going to be times where like you love it, it's the best thing ever. Then there's going to be hard times where you're like, why am I still in this? Like, oh, we've got this issue. Like, are we going to be able to get through this? And like the most beautiful thing about all of it too is like when you're going through those hard times, like once you get past those hard times and like you reach the zenith where it's like, oh, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's the most beautiful feeling ever. So like I say, like relationships is like, I've never been married, but I feel like it's like a marriage, But for the most part, like I see it positive. Like I've had hard times with it, but like overall, like I love it and I feel great about it.
It's truly therapy for me, man. So I get that so much. When you mentioned, the divorce as a kid, I went through a lot of that type of shit myself. So there was definitely, I always joked with my mom that she raised me, but Stone Cold Steve Austin helped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
the best stepdad in the world, man. The best stepdad.
That was my stepdad via the television. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, do you fellas got anything else for Mr. Blake Money Wright?
I don't know. He might have won me over, man, especially with that comment there. I might have to cheer for him over Sam Beal. I don't know. We'll have to see what the signs say when he gets there.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, we'll see what type of mood I'm in there too. You never know.
Don't let Cephas fool you. He always cheers for the guys that are the worst. We were actually at a show. We were at a show one time, and he was just cheering for every bad guy that came through the curtain. And my daughter was like, "Why is your friend so weird?" So, like, she doesn't understand, like, why is he cheering for all the bad guys? Like, what's wrong with him?
I cheered for one that she really didn't like.
I always tell people too, like, any of my friends are like, "What?" And I don't know if you guys are Star Wars guys, but I'll always use this analogy. Like my friends are like, "Oh man, like you're a bad guy. Why are they cheering for you?" I'm like, "Okay, screw Darth Vader. He's terrifying. He's a terrible human being." But then when we get older, we're like, "Yo, Darth Vader is him. Like he's awesome. He's dope."
Yeah.
So I always use that analogy for it.
Oh, yep, yeah. That's a very good analogy for sure. As a kid, you don't get it, but once you're older.
How many people in wrestling that I was look back as a child, like, God, I hated them as a kid. Like Roddy Piper, Owen Hart, like so Jake the Snake, so many of these people that I absolutely just hated as a kid that it was like, wow, they did a really good job.
Jeff Jarrett.
He's still doing a good job.
You guys need to
love
Jeff. JEFF.
No, undoubtedly he's still doing a good job of being a heel. Him just as Jeff Jarrett himself is a persona enough.
He needs more TV time.
Don't even start with that.
Agreed. The world needs more Jeff Jarrett.
I'm gonna get muted again. I thought I was gonna make it.
Yeah, you are gonna get muted right now. Actually.
He almost made it. He was so close.
Almost made it a whole show without getting
so
muted.
Close.
He almost made it. Almost made it. Look at him. See, the best part is those listening to this on audio, Cephas.
Wow.
They don't see you making any of these faces. All right, we'll unmute him. Well, that's about all I got. You gentlemen have anything else? Blake, you got anything you want to plug? Anything like that?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Blake Money Wright. That's my Instagram, my Twitter, all my social media, and just support your local indie show. Just get on Facebook, see what independents are running near you, and just support them. We're all hungry, starving artists. So, and also be sure to continue to listen to the DWO podcast as well. So
yeah,
you heard it there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Love it. Well, as always, we have been the DWO podcast. I am Big Rig Eric Maffey. He is Mr. Magnificent Mike Martin. He is a guy that loves Jeff Jarrett, and I hate him for it. Wrestling T-shirt guy Cephas. And he has been Blake Money Wright. And we're going to see him on Saturday. Tri-State Pro Wrestling. If you haven't got a ticket yet, go get one now, because it's going to be an awesome show. You can see us there. Until then, Top Dads out.
Dad, bullshit.